Apple and Google Play stores. Well, hello there, family. You're listening to Fired Up Fridays with Steve Ryan. Fired Up Fridays, all right. Hey, what's going on? This is Steve Ryan. On today, I want to talk to you about a serious topic, domestic violence. Domestic violence is something that really has personally impacted me and personally affected my family. So basically, what has happened this week is I lost one of my brothers. He was shot by his wife. Earlier this month, he was shot by his wife. And from what I've been told, 4 times. And, you know, and after he was shot, he was in the ICU unit, intensive care. And then after that, he went into cardiac arrest and fell into a coma. And this is hard to really talk about, but it needs to be said. But after he was in a coma, I was very, very hopeful. All of us in the family was very hopeful, and um, I thought he would survive. I just, because he always, I always remember him as this, you know, guy that work out and this, tough guy. And he became disabled about 3 years ago. He had a stroke, and you know, he was too young to have a stroke, but he had one anyway, and he became disabled. So 2019, 2020, 2021, and this year, 2022, he was disabled. Now, of course, I wasn't there. There was a witness there, but I wasn't personally there, so I can't attest to what happened. But all I know is a disabled person was shot multiple times. Um, he died 2 days ago, and it still isn't real in my mind. Um, I've been trying to use this as a platform to help others who are going through something, and most of all, what really gets me is that his wife is out on bail right now, and I've put the word out if anyone knows anyone at the ACLU to um, get in touch with me to see if maybe we can get some press about it or something so that this can be a highlighted case. And it's just no reason for the violence. I mean, regardless of what was going on, she could have walked away because, again, he was disabled. So regardless of what anyone says from either side, he was disabled. Period. Um, if you're ever in a situation where you're in a relationship or whatever's going on and someone makes you feel threatened in any kind of way, take it seriously. You know, back off, cut it loose, whatever you need to do. If someone has demonstrated any type of violence or any type of potential for violence, you have to take that seriously. I don't know the numbers. Maybe I should look it up now. You know, what are the number of domestic violence deaths in the United States per year? See what it says. Wow. 16,800. I just Googled it up. It says there are 16,800 homicides due to intimate partner violence annually. 16,800. That's a lot of people. Um, I I didn't really know what I would say on this episode because it was just important to highlight domestic violence. You know, um, and my brother's name was Philip. That was his name, and may he rest in peace. Um, I think about like how he's always a jokester, like he's always laughing, and even when he has moments that he have upset moments, like all humans, he just always laugh and play things out, play things like it's a joke. And I'm just imagining that the moment that he was shot, that it probably became real to him in that moment. I can just imagine him just laughing it away, like just laughing. And um I I don't even know how to process this. Is I've been trying to just be there for my mom and uh, for my other brother, and um, it's just incredibly hard. It really is. I don't have a choice but to try to focus on working, because if I sit still too long, it becomes too real. And everybody has their own way of grieving. My way of grieving is more of just, doing some music, writing. Um, it hits me in moments. That's how it was. And what really sucks is that 3 years ago in 2019, around this time right now, my dad was in the hospital, and he ended up dying a few days later from today. And we just now really came to terms with it, and now this happens. um I know that's a part of life, and I know that people won't relate unless it happens to them. I won't say everybody won't relate. There are people who will relate, but it's just unbelievable. And you go through life and you never think it will happen to you. But you just heard the statistics: 16,800. 16,800 deaths per year due to domestic violence. This is serious. You have to look at your relationships. You have to look at who you're dealing with, and just look at the signs. And if someone has ever attacked you or abused you, or their anger has gotten out of control, or they have even played around with harming you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's just I don't know how to feel right now. I don't know. A part of me wants to feel angry, another part sad, another part like it's just imagining that he's gonna be around, and yeah, uh, it really sucks. It really sucks. Um, you know, I had this feeling, I had this bad feeling, but and I told one of my cousins, we talked about it. This was some time ago, but I just had a bad feeling about it. And, you know, I just, it's so hard when it's like a family member because, they have kids together and it's very easy for us to be against a kid that is against him, um, because we're grieving. But I can't imagine if I was a kid and one of my parents took the life of another. That would be horrendous to have to think about what that feels like. I try to be objective, but it is still so hard because he was disabled. He was disabled. So let that sink in for a minute. That if you have a disabled person, someone shoots a disabled person. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't. So I want to use this as an opportunity to use this platform as an opportunity to just tell you, just listen to your gut, listen to yourself. Life is so precious. This is why you have to work on building a legacy and work on building something that matters and means something to you, because you never know when your time is coming. You never know when someone's time that you love is coming or what's going to happen. I mean, look at what's happening in Ukraine. You know, my heart goes out to them too. I mean, that's their reality. And when you look at the before pictures, not to make this about it, but when you look at the before pictures of how it's just beautiful and people outside and stuff, and you look at the rubble now, it's like, why, why? Like, why do we have to have violence? Why? Why? It just, uh, I'm sure we'll be back to our normal, positive, fired up Friday, but I just don't feel like it today. I don't. Um, I'm frozen. I can't even process, but I had to bring myself on here so that you can remember, if you ever experience anything that gives you a red flag, leave the situation. It doesn't matter if you have kids, it doesn't matter about the money. It's not worth your life. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not worth your life. Just remember that. All right, I'm gonna go. But thank you so much for joining today, and I hope this message resonates. All right, this is Steve Ryan. Are you ready to feel good? Are you ready to feel inspired? Then come and get your I Am Strong merch. It's smooth on the skin. And guess what? When you wear it, people will be asking, where did you get that shirt? Where did you get those clothes? And you can say, I am strong. Come on over to steveryan.com today.